So today I wanted to go over Junan Taiso again, but this time I wanted to cover static Junan Taiso. If you remember last time we went over dynamic Junan Taiso, which was stretching involving movement. This time we're going to be covering static stretching, which are the stretches that you hold. We're going to be doing the same thing, working from head down to the feet, and I'm going to be moving quickly like I did last time. I'm not going to actually be holding these stretches so that I can get through it quickly and that you guys don't get bored. So first things first, we're going to start with the head just like before. Look up at the ceiling. You're going to hold. All right. And one last thing, with these stretches, you want to make sure if it's a stretch that you're holding, you're going to want to hold for 15 to 30 seconds, breathing out on the stretch, inhaling on the relax. All right. And there's some that you're not holding, you're actually doing sets of, and I'll cover those in a minute. But anyway, so look up at the ceiling, hold, down at the floor, hold. You can pull your head down this way if you want. All right. Arm to ear to shoulder here. You can put the arm back here behind if you want. This should be stretching out the neck and the trapezoids here. Same thing on the other side. You can pull your head down a little bit if you want. All right. Hold this way. Hold this way. All right. Down to the arms and chest now. All right. You can bring the arm across. Typical static hold here. Arm across. Typical static hold here. Bring the arms out behind us. All right, this is for the chest and the biceps. If you have an object to set your arms on so that you can kind of really crank those up, or have somebody push your arms up, that will help you with that. All right, you can bring the arm up here, stretch it out this way and this way. All right, you can reach around behind you, grab the fingers, interlock them, join them together as far as you can. Same thing on both sides. Okay. There's some really good stretches for pecs that I'll have to show you guys another time, leaning up against the corner of a wall that really target those areas. Same thing for triceps, I can show you guys those separately. So from there, we're going down to the forearms. You can do the forearm stretches this way. All right, these are all holding stretches. All right, another variation of that is bringing the arm across over here, reaching underneath, and grabbing the fingers. And this is going to stretch the forearm, a little bit of the chest, and the rhomboids back here, all at the same time. You can do that on the other side as well. All right. So from there down to the wrists. So you have an omote and an ura type movement for this, and these are the ones that are where you hold. These are the actual sets of 10. All right. So with the omote, you're going to grab the thumb side of the hand here. All right, and you're going to turn the thumb out away from you all at the same time, bringing the arm down. So the motion is going to look like this, and you can do sets of 10 on both sides. For the ura variation, you're going to grab the shuto side of the hand here, and you're going to turn the thumb down while at the same time bringing the arm in and the elbow out. Same thing with that, sets of 10. All right. From there, you can right over left, interlace, bring it through. Switch, interlace, bring it through, okay? You can stretch out the fingers this way again. You can stretch out the thumbs, however you need to stretch out the thumbs, okay? So that covers pretty much all up here. Now we've got to move down to the abdominals, obliques, and back, okay? You could do this type of a movement and hold, but I find it better to do this a couple of other ways. The first, you can simply bend over here, try to bring the head to as close to the knees as possible. Reach down to the ground, stretch the hamstrings, lower back a little bit. Okay? Another way of doing this is sometimes they refer to it as the pretzel. Right? Come down to the ground here, right? Right leg over left leg. Since you use the right leg, you're going to use the left arm. Right? Then you would turn. Switch out the lower back. Okay? Same thing if you're going to switch. Right, or left leg, right arm, and turn. And there's a variation of this where you're going to bring this outside leg in, right? And this will help you to stretch out the outside of the hip a little bit, which is the gluteus medialis, if I'm not mistaken. Feel free to correct me in the comments below. Okay? Another variation, sitting on the heels. And leaning back. Be very careful when you do this. Make sure that you can get back up so don't go down too far. This is going to stretch out the abdominals and the lower back. Alright, you can use your elbows here to help yourself get up. Alright? Roll over this way. Knees to the ears. You can hold this position. Alright? That's pretty much going to take care of the back. So what we have to worry about now, continuing to move down, hips, quads, hamstrings, calves, feet, things like that. Alright? So to do our hips, we can go down into that position that we used for dynamic Junan Taiso. Alright? We can hold this position. We can push the hips out, push the legs back. Alright? We can turn in this kind of a motion to again stretch out the lower back, a little bit of the hips. Alright? You're going to lean and you're going to hold these stretches this time instead of rocking back and forth. You're going to turn, do the same thing, hip flexor stretches, but you're going to hold this time. Alright? Hold both sides. Alright? Another thing that you can do when I turn to the side here is you can reach down to the ground out to the front, back here, hold that position, stand up nice and tall, try to bring your glutes forward. Right? Stretch out the lower back, you feel a lot of that in your groin as well. Okay? For quads, for moving down, there's a couple different ways of doing this. You can do it standing, you can do it laying down. If you're doing it standing, you're quite simply just going to grab your foot and bring it up behind you like that. Right? Same thing on the other side. Up, behind you, just like that. Okay? If you want to do it laying down, you can lay on your side. You can do the same thing. And this is a good time to focus on bringing the heel straight into the glute, over here to the side, and more towards the center line to work on the different areas of the quads. Okay? Next, the hamstrings. Right? Oh, and there's a variation of the quad stretch if you want. I'll make it a little bit more advanced, where you are grabbing your leg and then leaning forward like this, right? To the side, same thing, right? Leaning forward like that. Do it on both sides. For the hamstrings, you do both feet straight out in front of you, and I find sometimes it's just sitting flat up against the wall, so I'm sitting straight up, you'll already start to feel a stretch. But you can just reach out, grab the toes, stretch that way, all right? Hold for 15 to 30 seconds. I have tight leg muscles, tight leg tendons, so I tend to go for the full 30 seconds, 2 or 3 sets, all right? Bring the legs out here. I like to kind of walk myself forward to get a little bit more of a stretch. Stretch out to the front here, stretch over to the sides. Make sure you're holding all of those, all right? And then you have your single leg hamstring stretches, of course, all right? You can do your butterflies here if you want, right? This isn't the wiggling. This is going to be either pushing the legs down or bringing the head forward for those kind of stretches, okay? You can bring the legs so they're both flat on the floor this way, kind of in a modified fudoza, right? You can stretch out this way, switch, stretch again, right? You can do some piriformas here if you want. Bringing the leg kind of like you're sitting in gentleman style, right? And then bringing the knee up close to your chest, right? Stretching that way. That's really going to hit the outside of the hip. Again, work on that flexibility. And you can also do it standing if you want. You can grab your foot here and work on stretching that there. You can even kneel down a little bit if you want a little bit of an extra stretch. All right? So that pretty much just leaves calves, shins, and the feet. For calves, all right, everybody knows how the calf stretches. Essentially like this, right? So you can get up against the wall and kick it back. You can go down kind of a prone position here, wrap this leg around, kick it back that way. Or if you have, say, a plank of wood that you lean up against a dumbbell, you can lean forward and stretch it up that way. You can stretch your toes, curling them under this way, bringing them back over here, that way. This will also help you to stretch out tendons down the front of the shin and down the front of the foot. So that's a very basic static Junan Taiso. There's a lot more things that I can get into. I can get into a whole specific Junan Taiso that specifically targets the hips. If you're like me and you have naturally tight hips, there's all kinds of different stretches that I didn't cover here that you can do for specific things. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be uploading more videos. If you want to know more about the school, I'm going to link my website down in the comments below, or in the description, I'm sorry, so that you guys can check that out. I do plan on uploading Sanshi no Kata here fairly soon so that you guys can see that. Once again, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Take care, and God bless you guys.